Hello, my little cucumbers, and welcome back to the Coop'd Up podcast. I'm so happy we are back. We are here for another week, for another episode. How exciting! We're going to start off the episode with a what are you wearing? Because what the fuck are you wearing? I am wearing this black leather jacket. My pants are black leather pants as well. They match. I'll show you guys really quickly. There you guys go. You got a little show. The jacket is a jacket from Florence, Italy. Couldn't tell you where. The brand name is on it. I can probably link it in my Instagram. And the black leather pants are from ASOS, but they match perfectly and I love them. So that is what I am wearing. I feel like it's funny that I always start off with saying, hello, my little cucumbers, but it's like you guys don't even know why I'm calling you cucumbers. I am going to tell you why. And it's because I love cucumbers. I absolutely love cucumber salads. It's something that I love to make. My friends make fun of me all the time because they're like, that's not a meal. I'm like, yes, it is. A cucumber salad is definitely a meal. Take a cucumber, you chop it up. Okay, like dice it up, not like Kendall Jenner. You cut up a cucumber and you put it in a bowl. Put some soy sauce, some rice vinegar, and I like to put some hot sauce and some like crushed red pepper, some sesame seeds. You can put cut up onion in it. It's good. I love a cucumber salad. It's skinty. It's tiny meal. I love cucumber martinis. Love the cucumber from VeggieTales. I love a cucumber. So you guys are my little cucumbers. And that is what I'm sticking to calling you guys. So unless you guys decide that you want to be called something else, you're going to be called cucumbers. For today's episode, I want to talk about relationships, okay? And I am talking about dating in LA. Dating in LA is struggle city, okay? I knew that when I moved here that I was not, well, first of all, I would like to say congrats to me because I gave myself a rule and I said that I wasn't going to date anybody for my first year of being in LA, and I technically didn't. I did talk to somebody for like 4 months, but there's 12 months out of the year, so 8 months by myself, 4 months talking to somebody. I think I did pretty good for myself for within the first year, but I will say that dating here is quite interesting. I don't even know where to begin. I would probably say let's start with the fact that everybody is in an open relationship. And first of all, listen, I have nothing against anybody who wants to be in an open relationship, okay? But I just feel like that is not for me. I don't like to share, let alone share my mans. So I have realized that every gay in LA is an open relay and they like to go out and play. Dang, I should spit in bars just now. I remember like when I first moved here, I was like, when I first, I'm like, ooh, what do I want to say? When I first moved here, I was hooking up. I actually only hooked up with this guy once, and he still hits me up all the time, but he is in an open marriage, looking for my own husband, and just because you're bored with your husband doesn't mean I'm going to join in on the fun. He's a super nice guy, but I'm like, can't do that. And it's so funny because everybody here is in an open relationship or an open marriage, and it's so normal. And it's actually kind of quite annoying because when I was in Boston, that's kind of like the main reason as to why I was not very like serious with any of the guys there. Like, even though I tried to be serious with some of them, I wasn't serious with some because everybody wants to be in an open relationship. I remember I dated this guy named and we probably talked for like 3 months, and it's funny because we talked about moving to LA, literally delusional. Like, what? I was like, I will find a way to get to LA, and if it means dating this man and moving across the country with him, so be it. No, but I was dating this man named and literally we were dating for 3 months, and he's like, I would date you. I think I would just want us to be in an open relationship. And I was like, okay, next. Like, you can go find somebody who wants to be in an open relationship with you. And he actually did. It was the other guy that he was talking to while he was talking to me, and they decided to date and be in an open relationship. And I was like, that's fun, that's fresh. And he would still try and hook up with me while he was dating this man. And I'm like, girl, bye. I'm like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I am not an open relationship type of person. I'm not trying to intermingle with that. I think I did a lot of that in Boston, which is why, like I said, I was not taking anyone seriously because that's all everybody wanted. And I, at one point thought, like, maybe my last year of Boston, I really thought, I could probably find someone and have him move across the country with me to LA, and that be the easy way of coming to LA and having a boyfriend, because I knew that it was going to be tough here. But godly, I did not know it was going to be that tough until I actually got here. I mean, like, I'm going to tell you guys, oh my God, this story was, I feel like this is like the embodiment what it's like to be dating here in LA. So it was Labor Day weekend, and I was at the Abbey with my friends Tyler and Gloria. We were sitting at a table. Well, Gloria and I had gotten to the Abbey first, and so when we first got there, we were sitting at like a high top 2 table. Okay, there was this guy who was by himself. He had a drink, and he was just like walking throughout the bar by himself, and he sat at a two top close to us. Like, if our 2 top was right here, he sat at a 2 top that was like right there against the wall. It was rock stone. What's the stone throwing distance? I don't know. So regardless, he was super close. So it was just Gloria and I sitting, and then when I was like, oh, when Tyler gets here, we should definitely move to a bigger table so we can all sit comfortably. So when Tyler was like, I'm almost here, we're like, okay, cool. And we sat at a different table. So when we're sitting at this table, I'm sitting, if it's like this, and it's so funny because it's on the other side of the high 2 top. There's like a bar that goes in between, and it's like we're on the high 2 top, the bar, and then the table. And when I say a bar, I mean like a bar, like a barrier, not like a bar like where the drinks are. And so we're sitting there now that Tyler's joined us, and I'm sitting here, Gloria's sitting here, and Tyler's sitting here. And I see the guy who was sitting off to the side. He comes, and now he's sitting at the 2 top that we were at, okay? So now there's a group of guys, and this guy, it's so funny. So this group of guys, everyone like migrated out of nowhere, honestly, which is the funny part. But so Mr. Lonesome Man, we're going to call him man number 1. We're going to call him Johnny, okay? So Johnny sat down and was drinking a drink by himself. And then there's a group of like 4 guys standing, and they're all chit-chatting, okay? So one guy comes over, and he sits down in front of Johnny, and he starts talking to Johnny. And we're going to call this guy Matt, okay? So Johnny and Matt are now chit-chatting, okay? Matt, after 5 minutes, turns around and taps a guy on the shoulder. This guy turns around and joins the conversation. Here is an important part of the story that I forgot to mention. Matt had a ring on his hand, and it was on his ring finger, and I peeped that, okay? So Johnny's sitting by himself. Matt comes to talk to Johnny and has a ring on his finger, and then he taps the guy behind him, and let's call him Philip, okay? So now it's Johnny, Matt, and Philip chit-chatting, and I'm like, oh my God, Are they trying to recruit a third? And so as I'm like observing all of this, Matt walks away, and now it's just Johnny and Philip talking. Just sitting there chit-chatting, talking it up. And then another random guy comes over, and let's call him Kevin. Okay, so now it's Johnny, Philip, and Kevin all chit-chatting, and the Kevin and Philip are making googly eyes at Johnny. And then Matt comes back, and then all of them walk away. I could not process what I had just witnessed. I literally was telling Tyler and Gloria, I was like, guys, I'm watching, I don't even know what I'm watching. I'm watching like a match made in heaven. I'm watching it's not like, what? I don't even know what to call that. What would you call like a group? I guess it would be group fun. I don't know. But all I realized was that Matt was married. They didn't know Johnny. None of them knew Johnny. I'm not making assumptions here. I can see the way that everybody was looking at each other, the way the conversation was flowing. I'm like, they were out here recruiting for some fun. And I literally saw that and I was like, what the fuck? It's so funny. It's so funny. And, you know, if they are not in an open relationship, they probably are doing OnlyFans, which is even more insane to me. Because, listen, I am not here to shame anybody who does OnlyFans, okay? That's not my speed. You make your money how you make your money. But there is no way that I can date somebody who does OnlyFans. Like, I could not imagine just, like, everyone being able to see your dick, and then I'm like, yeah, that's my man, and everyone's watching you like, that's insane. It wouldn't be could not fly, and it wouldn't fly for me. And I feel like everybody in LA, in the gay culture, and I mean, it's not just in LA, but it is heavy deep in LA, like, can throw a fucking rock and hit somebody and they have an OnlyFans here. I remember being out with my friend. He saw this guy and he said, that's this guy. He was like, oh, this guy's kind of cute, like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I have a secret Twitter, and I saw this man on secret Twitter. And listen, he's not doing appropriate things on the Twitter. 1, 2, I'm like, girl, I just saw you in the club, and now I see you sucking and and this is insane behavior. This is insane. Why? Who wants this? Not I, said the fly. Not Sam I am. It's like, why is this behavior accepted? Why do we perpetuate this standard? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense whatsoever. There are some guys that I can say that even I've hooked up with, and they do OnlyFans now, and I'm like, did I miss something? Did I miss the mark? Like I said, no shade, no tea to anybody who does it, and that's how you make your money. But I was like, what? Yo, there is no way that I'm just one of the boys now, because it doesn't fly with me. And I think that's why I have remained abstinent for as long as I have since being here as of recent. I don't know what you guys consider abstinence. I just feel like I do everything but have sex. I feel like that's my version of abstinence. Like, I've been hooking up with this guy as of recent, but, like, I refuse to have sex. Like, intercourse sex. I'm not doing it. I literally, it was funny. I think we've hung out like 3 or 4 times now. And the last time we hung out, he was literally just like, oh, like we were just like hanging out or fooling around. And he was trying to have sex. And I was like, no, 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 that's not happening. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, that's not happening. And he was like, why? And I was like, what do you think you have done to deserve for us to have sex? I literally said to him, I said, every time I've come here, you've been shirtless. Like, you've come and got me and you've been shirtless. And he was like, is that a problem? And I was like, no, it's just an observation. Because I'm like, you're not going to, like, put yourself together at least to come greet me? Like, be so fucking for real. And then you think you're going to have sex with me? No, no, no. And then the funnier thing is that this man asked me to sleep over. Not sleeping here. I was like, we were cuddling and we were both dozing in and out. But he was like, do you want to sleep here? And I was like, no, I'm going home. I'm not sleeping here. I have standards for myself. I have a bed for myself. And you're not doing anything for me. We haven't gone on a date. We haven't done anything. And I feel like that translates to how you want to set standards for yourself when it comes to dating, because like I've said, I've talked about everyone being in open relationships or people having OnlyFans, but that's like a standard for me that I would not have in my relationship. But I also just think that there's standards that I have when it comes to how you should be treated or treating me. What is it that these guys are doing to get some from me? Like, why can't somebody ask me on a date? Although someone did try to ask me on a date, or this guy was trying to ask me for my number, but it was weird because it was 9 p.m. on like the hill of the street in my neighborhood at night there's no lights. Like, that's weird. Why are you asking me for my number at night? You can't even ask me for my number underneath the street light? Like, that's what I'm saying. Fucking weird. Weird. Why can't I don't know. Why can't I be at dinner somewhere and someone asks me for my number there? Like, why does someone have to ask me for my number on a dark street? I feel like I was going to say I'm too picky, but no, I'm not too picky. These are standards that I'm setting for myself. You know what I was thinking of doing? Trying to figure out what is an appropriate way to go on dates here. And I was actually going to go on this speed dating excursion. Excursion is crazy. I was gonna do this event. I don't know, I saw it on like, what's the orange app that you can like get all these, I don't know, it's not Ticketmaster. I don't think Ticketmaster does speed dating, but Partyful, I don't know, but I saw this ad for speed dating in Los Angeles, and it gave dates for straights, lesbians, gays, queers. And I was thinking about doing it. I feel like, I have done the work necessary for me to start dating someone casually. And I'm going to look to see when the next one is, because I know I missed the last one. I don't know how I feel about doing it, because you can meet some weird people. You can meet some really weird people, and I just know for me that if I have to sit through a conversation that I really don't want to actually be in, I'm going to be like, oop, next, how long is this? 2 minutes? 1 minute? I'm going to be like, I have to go to the bathroom. I will be in the bathroom the entire time of the speed dating, if that means I don't have to talk to weird people. Well, no, see, that's the point of it. The point of the speed dating is to talk to random people and then see where you connect. I'm like, I don't want to sit and talk to random weird people. Maybe I should check my judgments at the door and then sign up for the speed dating, and then I can let you guys know how that goes. But I don't have high hopes, because you can go on the speed dating and then someone just be in an open relationship and they're just there because they're bored and have nothing to do on a Thursday evening. Who knows? I hope that doesn't happen to me. That would honestly be my luck. That would literally be my luck. I don't know. What if I just like went back to someone that I dated previously. I know that all of my exes still follow me on socials. I mean, I don't follow any of them. I follow one, but I don't follow the other ones. But I'm like, what if I just reconnect with them, old flames, like the old ones, like the one from like when I was younger. Oh my God, first boyfriend is so funny. I feel like we were like tit for tat following each other because I left West Palm and went to Tampa, and then his sister was going to school at the same university as I, and then was in Greek and involved with all of my friends at the same time, and we rekindled in Tampa. And then he moved to New York, and I moved to Boston, and then I was in Boston, and then he moved to Boston. And I will never forget, I saw him at this bar, and literally he's like, come to an after party with me. And I went to an after party with him, and then proceeded to sit in the living room and listen to him have sex with another guy while I was at the after party with other people that I don't know. I was like, why did you bring me here? Did you bring me here to torture me? I was gonna say, maybe he'd be the one I would rekindle with, but I don't think so. He's a flight attendant, so I think he would definitely be flying and and Eric Mile High Club and everywhere he goes. And then probably telling people that he's in an open relationship. I mean, he's the one who cheated on me. He'd probably tell people we were in an open relationship. Actually, let's just not. We're not going to go back to any exes. We're moving forward. We are just going to scout men out however we can. I took Stella on a walk, and that's an easy way. Men love to see her, love seeing her, especially when she has her little backpack on. The hot guy in my building talked to me the other day at the coffee machine, and I was like, hello, it's me. Hello, it's Stella. Hello, what's your name? Hello. I'm like, this girl, we can be closer than neighbors. But yeah, I just don't know how we are going to figure out this whole dating situation in LA. We're going to have to figure it out real soon. So thank you guys for listening to me rant about how single I am. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Give me any tips on dating as a gay man who doesn't want open relationships, or boyfriend who does OnlyFans. So that would be very helpful. I love you guys, my little cucumbers. Make a cucumber salad. Let me know how it tastes. I'll post tips for you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.